Yeah.
On Facebook, someone asked, after your last video of unregulated quilting, in what situation is unregulated preferable to regulated?
Okay, well, it depends on the quilter and what designs you're quilting. For me, I like unregulated if the designs are going to be spiky. They're going to have, those hard, sharp turns. If I'm doing a feather and I want it to be nice and flowing and smooth, and I want the speed and freedom to change directions easy, I might use unregulated. I might not. It just kind of really depends. If I'm doing smaller backfill, I will use unregulated a lot of times because you're doing that same design over and over again, and you can get into a rhythm and you can be smoother than the regulation in your computer, because our brain is faster than that brain. So that's sometimes
your brain is faster than that brain. Not everybody's might be.
I suppose it does take practice.
Yes.
To get there, definitely. But even if you're running big designs, I like to run it sometimes. Like if I'm just doing a rose or something freehand, I'll run it manual, which would be unregulated, because you've got the freedom to move as fast as you want to, and you're not waiting for the computer to keep up with you, because sometimes your stitch regulation is not as fast in changing directions as you are, so it can slow you down. Like if I'm doing a teardrop shape on a feather, when I'm coming down into that point, when I draw it, I'll move faster coming in and out of there and slow down going around here, but your computer is going to keep going, and it may hesitate and stop on you down here. And so it's a different driving. When you're driving it, you have to do and run it different. So you're going to run manual different than you would when it's in regulated mode. So it's going to depend on you and your comfortableness with your quilting and that particular design. Like if I'm in manual mode, I'm also going to control the speed. If I'm doing something bigger, I'm going to be faster, have it up more. If I'm doing some tiny backfill, I'll slow it down. I'm not sure if that video, if we did slow it down in the middle, but I might have.
I think so.
Because I was changing from doing, I think, the flower outline, which I want faster, because your better, smoother designs when you're doing a bigger, like doing this leaf here, if I'm going faster, I'm going to draw that curve faster and smoother than if I was in the slower speed that I was using to do the stipple. If I'm doing that here, it's harder to control that smoothness if you're going slower. So that's part of the other reason why I would use manual mode versus unregulated. So I don't know if we really answered the question very well.
Well, just explaining what cases, you know.
Yeah, those are some of the cases. If it's a curvy design, I might not need it as much as if it's a pointy design. If I'm drawing little tiny squares or stars, I probably want to be unregulated. So that kind of might answer it a little bit. So I'm going to go back to it.
All right, let's see what you do.
Right now I'm echoing. I've done the rose and then this part of the feather, and I'm echoing that feather.
Okay.
And then I start up and go that way. It really is a practice thing, and you hear the sound of your machine is part of how you know, okay, I can go this speed when I'm in manual mode, as far as speed being the amount you move it. So it does take practice, because you're the one controlling that stitch length. So,
all right.
Yeah.